giving away an unopened box of Lorcana, the first chapter, that guy right there, to one of you guys. From now until December 31st, you can get a chance to enter for this awesome prize. All you have to do is subscribe and join the Discord channel, which is linked in the description down below. When you join the Discord, it's going to prompt you to select what content you're there for. Be sure to select the Lorcana tag. That way you secure your entry into the drawing. I'm going to be giving away this guy on January 1st. I'll be announcing it on the Discord. So be sure to subscribe, join the Discord, and may the Disney magic be ever on your side. Do you want a second raffle entry for the booster box? Well, stick around. At some point during today's video, I'm going to ask you a question. Leave the answer in the comments down below. And I will be randomly picking a new winner each and every day until January 1st. Additionally, I talked about this yesterday, but instead of just the booster box, I found 2 of the starter decks at my local card store, which happens to primarily be like baseball cards. It's a sports store, and they for some reason have a license with Lorcana as a sports store. It's cool, but it's weird. Happened to find 2, so I'm going to be giving these guys away for a 2nd and 3rd place prize as well. So all that information was in the beginning. Let's jump into the video for today. We are continuing the monocolored theme. We're nearly done with it. And also, happy Christmas Eve, because that's when this video should be going live. Happy Christmas Eve. We're going to be playing Amethyst. And I'm on the fence. I feel like Amethyst should be good. But we're going to find out. It's missing some important parts, but it has some things to help compensate for that. So, we're running the bounce package. Madam Mim, and Arthur. These 3 right here. Big, powerful, tanky boys. And you might be wondering, like, where's Pinocchio? This is already at 15 ink, and you know how notoriously bad I am at drawing ink when I need it. I could have 4 uninkables in the whole deck, and I swear I'll have 4 straight turns of not being able to ink because I'm drawing the uninkables. It will happen. It's very bad. But we do draw some cards with Merlin, which helps. Extra lore with Merlin. Whenever you play this character and he leaves play, look at the top card, either put it on top or the bottom. So it's card filtering, not exactly card draw, but it is card advantage. Maleficent draws a card, which is great. Cusco's gonna draw some cards. So there's some card draw in the deck. There's also friends on the other side, which is nice. So I'm not worried about card draw. I'm worried about removal. So I'm running 4 Yzmas, which isn't the best removal because it lets your opponent draw cards. We can use it on ourselves if we do need to draw cards, but yeah, we'll see about that. So since removal's a little lacking, I'm very excited to try Fairy Godmother. It costs 5 and has a shift 2. If I recall, I made this deck like 6 days ago. If I recall, there is another Fairy Godmother, but I think she comes in at 4. So the shift, while the shift is still important, it does mean that your turn 5 only costs 2 instead of 5. It wasn't that great of a card to include. Whenever this character quests, your characters gain Challenger 3, and they also gain, when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. So a little bit of that Dr. F ability built into there. So this is kind of our sort of pseudo removal. Throw down the Godmother, make our opponent a little nervous to quest, because as soon as the Godmother quests, our entire board becomes pretty powerful, usually lethal threats to our opponent's characters. And it's not exactly trades, because if we lose our character in the crosshairs, especially if they're Merlins and we're getting extra value out of them, or Cusco, we get the character back. So I'm very excited to see what Fairy Godmother has to do for us today. But it's mostly a bounce deck. Just gonna be bouncing stuff, trying to gain all the lore that way, gain all the advantage. So let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Ooh, going first. I was starting to think nobody was online today. It almost took 10 minutes of waiting in the queue. Oh, let's see. I don't need double goats. Definitely don't need double Yzma or Ursula this early. It's kind of expensive, isn't it? Let's get rid of all these. I am very curious about the grandmother, though. Or the godmother. Grandmother, godmother. I don't need 2 of them! Yeah, gaining challenger 3, so they won't stack. Oh, let's see. How do I want to go about this? I don't know what we're playing yet, so opponent might have removal. Let's start with a Merlin. Merlin into a Pascal. Alright, I'm probably gonna go... both are great choices, actually. Let's think of Cusco for the possible card draw that we get off of him. Cinderella, Cinderella. Yeah, let's go Merlin. Steel Song. Opponent will have a lot of removal. Snake can't attack. Let's keep it on the bottom. Alright, quest, pass the turn. If Snake had rush, totally would have kept it. I'm expecting Cinderella to sing. What's the song? The 2 damage draw card. Let the storm rage on. That's the one. I'm all out of Red Bull. It's the worst. Though, then again, Voltage Mountain Dew is pretty good. It's not my morning drink, but it's pretty good. Ink and a Queen. They must have a pretty expensive hand. Oh, here comes the removal. Oh, they're going to use it on Pascal. Okay, I'm like, why would they do that? Of course. A good old Simba. Ooh, that's a good turn 4. I like this turn 3 better, though. Make my day. That Simba ain't gonna be protecting squat. Yzma for the win. It's my girl. Yzma might be one of my favorite villains. Kronk, if you consider him a villain, but I actually don't consider Kronk a villain. He feels more like an employee who just happens to be on the wrong side, you know? Alright, gotta pick a character, my friend. Wouldn't it be funny if there were all songs on top? Like the opposite of whatever happens? Uh-oh. This happened yesterday too. Opponents kept going to the timer. Ariel. Now they're gonna dig for a song. A whole new world. Raging Fire, so that's not good for Arthur. I mean, then again, we're about to wipe out their field. There's no additional goodies I'm going to get from this, right? I don't think so. I will do the trade. I don't want to see Big Cinderella. That's a problem for us. That one has Rush. I will keep you. If I want to continue progress, I have to actually ink the goat, which is not my favorite play, but that is what I will do. It's a good enough turn. We're probably not sequencing everything in the most perfect order here, but it seems fine. Opponent's got way more cards than me, though. I'm doing a pretty bad job of finding my card draw. Merlin helped a little bit, but mostly just replaced himself. Are we going to see a swords to take down Yzma? We are going to see a swords to take down Yzma. Wow, I called that. They're like, Merlin can't beat me. Ariel will be fine. You got another... Let the storm rage on. Man, Steel just has so much removal. And when you're playing a deck with these smaller butts, that's a big deal. See? That's a big deal. I will draw another card, thank you. Ooh, more cards. Need to get something to stick. They definitely won't see an Arthur coming down for an attack. Oh, another Yzma. That is fantastic. So I could play Yzma, right? And the next turn Yzma can sing, draw the stuff, and then play the Fox. Pick up the Yzma. Fox can take out Ariel, if Ariel's tapped. With that line of play, though, I need these 3 cards. I can't ink Arthur. I have to get rid of Godmother. Which, at this point, Godmother, it might be time to go. That doesn't feel great, does it? The other option is I ink Yzma and I play Arthur. Arthur can also sing the song, but he doesn't have nearly as big of a butt. Let's do it. Let's go, Arthur. I want to keep the Godmother. I want to give the Godmother at least a chance. Because I think Godmother could actually be pretty strong if we can get into it. Yeah, this turn. Okay. Just lasts for the same turn that the Godmother quests. Just curious if we could use it as a pseudo protection. We're gonna see a whole new world. It's another reason to try to play my hand out. Whole new worlds. No whole new worlds. Alright, I could get the Cauldron down and we could successfully use it. Sing and draw. Play Fox. Fox has nothing to attack, but will leave me with a bunch of cards in my hand. Both uninkables. That is unfortunate. I'm glad we did this. One of them's gonna go to the bottom. I'll keep the rabbit, I think. Ursula's fantastic. It's just too expensive. Two rabbits. Oh no, I told you the uninkables, man. The uninkables always get me. Alright, let's protect Arthur. I'm gonna have to ink the Godmother, man. The uninkables get me. That's so much. It's so much. That means I had 3 uninkables on top of the deck. Merlin, Ursula, Merlin. I can't believe Mono Amethyst out the gate is against Steel Song. And seemingly a good Steel Song too. It feels like it's a good Steel Song deck with a bad opening hand. Alright, what are we thinking, opponent? Yeah, they could have been way more explosive. They have the queens. Both Cinderellas. I'm sure they have big Cinderella. Didn't we see them ink a big Cinderella? Are we gonna see a big Cinderella? Because that would really put a damper on my plans. Well, they definitely want me to attack it. Which, oh my goodness, are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, definitely keep Cusco. Because I need to ink a thing. The question is, do we play Arthur or do I play another Cauldron? I think I will play Arthur. I mean, I am scared, absolutely horrified of Grab Your Swords. So I will be trading a Madam Mim effectively for that. And then I won't have really the power to take down Ariel unless I want to double attack. But at that point, I'm going to be trading because they'll have damage on them from swords. Yeah, because if I take this down, it dies to swords. And then I don't have it for Arthur. That is totally what they're after. But the flip, while that's bad for me, the flip side is I can't deal with a big Cinderella except with Yzma. Except with big Yzma, whom we haven't seen yet, so it's still likely we could get into it. There's 4 left in the bottom 42, so we got about a 10% chance. There's the swords. Do you have a second swords? Oh, that would be brutal. 3 swords? Are you kidding me? That is brutal. Ariel always needs to die, man. They're questioning if they should ink or not. 3 swords. Wow. In the top 18 cards of their deck. Alright, that's a character I can't necessarily play. Let's see what's at top. That is a character I could play. How can I get it and play it? Merlin draws it, and then I bounce Merlin and attack. Yes, please. Bounce the Merlin, draw an additional card. That's what I call value. And that stinking Ariel is gone. Huh. That was awful. There we go. Gained a ton of value and took the lead. I have more board presence. More ink. Just when things are going your way. A whole new world. Fortunately, that cost my opponent everything, and there's only 1 swords left in the deck. Maximum. They are running all 4. Just, yes, they would be. Banished and a challenge. The swords would deal with this. First, let's see what's on top. I mean, another Yzma's not bad. And they're probably running Tinkerbell. Am I gonna be able to... No, I'm probably gonna run into a lot of whole new worlds. So, it's probably wise to play my board here. How much can I get away with? The snakes make it very difficult. I could play a Merlin, Maleficent, Pascal. Request. Maleficent, Pascal, Cusco, and Hey Hey. A lot of options. But if I do the goat, I can set him up for bouncing with the Madam Mims, assuming we get to keep our hand. Let's go that route. Plus, Merlin's got a nice attack on him. And I can still ink, right? I should probably ink. If that's the case, do I want to play a Cusco with his 2-butt? Yeah. Let's make my opponent have to have the swords. There's only 1 left in the deck. Now, it's my opponent. It's my opponent. So it is a very strong possibility. Can Mono Amethyst beat Steel Song? Looking not terrible. Opponent just spent 2 cards to take out my board. I will get the lore. I will draw the card. Don't have my rush character. Maybe I should have considered bouncing my fox. There's the fox right there. I will take it. Let's see. Maleficent draws the card. Fox comes down, takes out Cinderella. Question is, do I bounce Maleficent and replay it? Draw another card? Probably not with the whole new world. I probably want to dump my hand as aggressively as possible. If that's the case, let's play Pascal. Bounce Pascal. I'll probably ink Pascal now. No, I need 2 characters out of my hands. So we're gonna ink this. I'm playing around a whole new world by trying to get as much value out of my hand as I can. What do? They shift out Big Stitch, and Big Stitch sings a whole new world. That shift costs 4, so they'll still have 4 inks, so they could probably draw a ton of cards after that. But all the grab your swords are gone. 2 of the strengths, which that might be all there is in the deck potentially. But there's still 3 more Let the Storm Rage ons for sure. Pass turn. Okay. We're doing it. It's a long game, but we're doing it. Somehow we're giving Steel Song real problems. Oh, that's what I like to see. That's what Yzma's for. Let's find out where we start here. Oh, that's such a good one. I want you so bad. I can't draw though. I can. You won't be useful right away though. I do want you. I want you. I just think you're a great card. We're definitely gonna get rid of this Cinderella. I know we're letting my opponent draw cards, but it's time to just start taking a lead here. It wants me to ink. I'm like, I can't play that. Alright, next turn we're playing Fairy Godmother and Friends on the Other Side and Ursula's Cauldron. Probably. Those are the 3 I know I'm going to have, and I know I can play all 3, but it'd probably change based on what's going on over here. There goes Pascal. And a second Let the Storm Rage on. There's 2 more left in the deck. I feel we are successfully maneuvering around the whole new world, forcing our opponent into bad plays. We gonna beat Steel Song? Is Mono Amethyst gonna beat Steel Song? That'd be a very solid start. Did they whiff? Oh, they whiffed on the song. They're dumping their hand though, so it's feeling pretty aggressive. Let's start here. Yeah, Ursula would be cool. I'll take Ursula. I feel like we're going to get a whole new world. And you know what? I do feel pretty comfortable actually. I will ink it. I feel like that's what the aerial was for. Hopefully they weren't just crossing their fingers and praying, right? I think that they were setting up to have Ariel sing it so they could try to have some advantage. But then again, they may have been shooting for it. The last thing I want to do is draw a couple of good cards and just discard them. I'd rather draw it off the top from a whole new world or the start of my next turn. Basically, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to be able to have it. I have lethal in play, so they need to remove my character. 2, 4, 6, 7. Goat's worth an additional 1 if it dies. Now I have 5. And if I can find a way for Goat to die, which I don't. I know what I'm drawing. So I'm going to get to 19. Unless my opponent plays a whole new world. Ooh, I might be able to find victory. That is a lot of Ursula. I mean, she was bound to be in the deck somewhere. There were 4 of her. I mean, it's something, opponent, but I don't think you're going to be able to catch up. You're out of board wipes. You used them all. Our recoverability was impressive. Oh, neither of those are gonna do it. And that's not gonna do it either. Alright. So we're not winning this turn, right? I mean, if we are, I don't see it. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't make the goat die. And I can't bounce him. Alright, well, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna put our opponents in an impossible situation. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Ursula. It's too easy. There we go. Merlin's pretty threatening. We'll ink. We'll play Pascal. We're just gonna go wide because this game is ours. Mono Amethyst defeating Steel Song. What? It only took 23 minutes. 24 minutes. But we did it. And we kept him on one lore the whole game. Admittedly, I think they definitely had a slow start, and their deck can have a much more explosive start, which I don't think we beat the explosive start. But to be fair, very few decks are going to be able to survive against Steel Song's explosive start. That's a part of why it is how good it is. Its other thing is that it does play the long game really well, and we beat its long game, which is impressive. Go win first. Okay, going first. I like it. Let's see. What do we got? Ursula's too expensive. Cauldron's nice. I don't know if we're going to play it super early. That's a really late Madam Mim. I like Hey Hey. Let's get rid of these. Can I get a 1-drop? No, I can't. Okay. Hey, the good news is it's mostly inkable. So, you know, there's that. Don't have another Yzma either. Okay, so we're likely going to go Hey Hey, Madam Mim, or Madam Mim. Hey Hey, Maleficent, possibly Merlin. Alright. Ink and pass. The problem with this hand is, like, it really depends on what our opponent is doing to determine which play is probably the better play. There's so many avenues. Obviously, Hey Hey comes down next turn, right? There's really no other option. Don't tell me I'm playing Steel Song again. It was such a slugfest. Well, it was such a slugfest. See, Merlin's slightly better now. That does set up our top of our deck draw. No ramp. I definitely want to play Merlin, but I want to keep Hey Hey too. Oh well. Sorry, Hey Hey. I think Merlin's slightly better here. Do I want to keep him on top? Yes, I do. Won't be attacking immediately, but it means I can ink the other one. And feel pretty good about it. I might be favoring the Yzma too much. It is rather expensive. But after seeing Simba, my thought is, this is probably Steel Song again, and Cinderella is a real pain in my butt. If I get confirmation of a different second color, we can ink Yzma, I think. Timon. Interesting include. Doesn't that heal characters? Snow White, that heals characters too. Is this a heal deck? Ooh, are we playing against a Sapphire Amber heal deck? We might be. Actually feels pretty decent. Let's do that. Is Arthur what I want to play? I don't have a 1-drop, so I'm not going to get a rush out. So they could possibly attack into the Arthur. Or am I questing and playing Snake? Or is it just Maleficent? Draw a card. Keep it simple. Yeah, let's keep it simple. Let's not overcomplicate this. An uninkable, that's what I like to see. An expensive uninkable too. So it's stuck in my hand. Yippee. There's some songs. I still feel like this could be a heal deck. Because Timon heals, Snow White heals. So 50% of the cards they've shown us care about healing. It is blue. We do got us a Sapphire. So it's going to be a dwarf healing deck. That dock's a little bit of a problem. But I could set us up with a snake and make them feel like, oh, I shouldn't play around with that. I'm thinking what needs to happen. So we're going to play Mim and we're going to replay Merlin. That means I have to ink either this Madam Mim or this Fairy Godmother. And I don't like those options. Alternatively, we could quest, play, ink the Merlin, play the Cauldron, which I think I will do because I need to stay off of my own inkables. Alright, let's do it that way. And then Madam Mim is a threat to dock, so it's going to make him not want to... Oh, looking at the top of my deck. I'm like, what's happening? No, hey, you're just not good enough. I am going to play Cauldron and take another peek at the top. I know it's good ink. I will take Pascal. Pascal's at least questable. And it pairs really well with Arthur for being cheap. Alright. Let's do it. I got Arthur and Pascal for my next turn. If I want to ink, I have to ink Madam Mim. Probably the Fairy Godmother, if I'm being honest. Madam Mim, I think, is just too valuable. The dock obviously has to go. Taking out both the dwarves? Ooh. So Pascal and Madam Mim to replace Madam Mim. I think I have to. That's just a devastating... Opponent's low on resources, and I'm about to take out two of their dwarves. Alright. Dock is the easy choice. Now I could play Pascal, play Madam Mim, bounce Pascal, put Pascal in the reservoir. That might be the better play. Let's see what's on top of the deck. I'd rather have the snake, I think. Let's do that. Or I could do it with this as well. Both gonna quest for one. Let's do that. And I will ink the Maleficent. And we will take down the Sleepy. Alright, leave Snow White open to trade with whomever she desires, but hey, that was pretty stinking good. And we're getting ever closer to Ursula. There's the trade. Nice, Madam Mim doing a 2-for-1. That's always good value for us. Jasmine, would you like to heal my Madam Mim? Oh, you would not. Dang it. Alright guys, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Leave me a comment down below. I'm not looking for anything specific this time. Just leave a comment. The big thing, though, we're going to do something a little different today. Instead of answering a question, what I would like from you is to instead... Let's take Yzma. I want you to share the video. I want you to share the video, and then I want you to somehow take a screenshot of it or something, and then DM me that picture. I just want to... I'm trying to think of ways to help the channel grow, and I think you guys sharing the videos is probably the best way to show... to help the channel grow. To help show off the channel. Let's see, am I inking this? I think I'm going to ink this. And I'm gonna get a Fairy Godmother. Bippity poppity boo. Quester, I'll pass the turn. Alright. Just need an inkable. Well, we know what's on top. It's an Yzma. So I might be inking the Yzma to play the Ursula, but in case they play something crazy, which they shouldn't on 4. There's the quest. Why are you questing? Simba. So what I could do here, quest with Fairy Godmother. Oh yeah, we're taking a Madam Mim for sure. Quest with Godmother. Now all my characters have Challenger 3 and they get a return to my hand. What is this? Oh, it's just talking about their ability. Yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, go back to my hand. Total board wipe. Now I can replay all of my characters, or I could play an Ursula, right? I could ink and play an Ursula. I think the snake's gonna go away. And I think I am gonna play an Ursula. Oh, such fun! Fairy Godmother! Now all of a sudden I'm questing for 5 across 2 characters. I got an Yzma in my hand ready to take out the biggest that they want to play, which obviously is going to be a Grand Pabby. Not a Dingle Hopper. I think opponent had some key pieces for like a card draw synergy, and they were reluctant to ink, and that's probably going to bite them in the butt. I will take another Pascal actually. Arthur, Pascal. Alright, I'm set up for some big inks. That little animation is time consuming. Alright, I'm set up for some pretty lethal inking, my friend. Well played indeed. Amethyst dominating. Our opponent didn't put up much of a fight, honestly. The healing deck's not the most powerful deck. It's fun when it works. Getting it to work is difficult. Quest. Bounce Pascal. Play Pascal. Bounce Pascal. And Ursula for victory. Wow, what a fun deck. Alright, I got time for one more. Let's hope it's not another 25-minute game because I don't have time for a 25-minute game. Go in second, but I do got the turn 1 Pascal, turn 2 Merlin, turn 3, turn 4. I do have a curve. Let's get rid of the uninkables and the expensive Yzma. Oh, I like it. I like it. Got a lot of 3s. I'm probably going to get rid of Yzma. It is a powerhouse, but Maleficent just actually has more value. Another Amethyst with the eel. I'm like, with the thing that does the thing. I have a turn 2 snake, huh? That might be my play. I have been enjoying the Merlin with the setup, though. Okay, so we're probably a long ways from Goat. Let's not focus on Goat. Will my opponent be mono amethyst as well? That would be pretty wild. Oh. An aggro deck. No, that's healing. Huh. Dingle Hopper with Amethyst. What could my opponent possibly be plotting? I'm not sure. Alright, Snake's not going to be great for attacks, let's be honest. Now they play something, quest with Pascal. The other one can't quest. Snake kind of just sitting on the sidelines. But a 3-3 in play is threatening. The upside to our opponent's colors here is very limited on removal. Like Rafiki, that's one of their few removals. Alright, I should get Pascal down. At the very least to race with their Pascal, but likely to trade with their Pascal. Which means it's the only thing I'm playing this turn? Ooh, that is disgusting. Am I inking you? I might be. Playing Yzma, the 3-4 body. That defeats the Rafiki. And then they just don't do anything with Rafiki. Alright, the Pascal needs to come under control. I don't think I can... I don't think I want to afford more turns of trying to deal with it. I mean, right now it gets dealt with. Until they play something. Dinglehopper heals 1 damage. I need this silly screen to go away. 1 damage. Dr. F. Safe yet again. Do you have some card draw? That's Challenger 2, right? Yes, it does. I think I'm going to play a Maleficent and a Pascal, which means I'm probably going to be inking a Friends, but let's see what we draw. Oh, we're going to ink a Cusco. Nice. Alright, get my Pascal down so I can deal with their Pascal. I'm also going to take Rafiki out of play. And I can quest with Snake pretty safely. Alright, so long as I have a Pascal, your Pascal's dealt with. Alright, what do we got? There's a lot of healing. I'm just curious. Is it because they're running a lot of these challengers and big attackers? I mean, it's got to be, right? Whenever one of your other characters is banished in a challenge. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of my removal is challenge based. So, oh yes, and you quested with it, you fool. That is the only way I'm going to defeat it. Let's do it. Dr. F is actually too much of a headache. Because our removal, apart from Yzma, which we don't have, isn't the strongest. I'm going to ink the Fox, I want to say. The Friends feel too strong right now. My hand's low, my opponent's hand's low. If I could use these to take advantage, think the Fox has to go. It's a weird play. It's a weird play. But I think that's the correct play. Now, it'll be the incorrect play if I don't actually play my friends on the other side. Alright, definitely inking Cusco. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'll pay for... Oh, that is gross. Gross isn't bad. Oh, that is a lot of uninkables. Hey, hey for the win, right? Can't sing. And they get to heal. That's 2. Oop. Did not mean to smack the crap out of my mic. Yeah, they'll just heal the damage too. So it'll still be 4 toughness. How do I deal with that thing? The big booty and the healing. Actually pretty relevant. Alright, opponent's going wide. Oh, they just played everything. Okay, they're turning this into a genuine race. Ursula at least will attack their lore a little bit. Goat's good. Goat's slow, but Goat's good. It's got the power. Do I just play Goat because it takes down the aerial? Alright, opponent's questing. They're going to quest for 2, 4, 5. Or do I get Ursula down? Ursula doesn't deal with Ariel. It actually doesn't deal with anything. I think it's got to be Goat. Yeah, it doesn't deal with anything my opponent has going on. Funny enough. Oh no! Not Moana! Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble against this. Hey, at least it's a jank deck, right? That's the way we need to go out, is against jank. 3, 4, 5, 6. Crap, my opponent has victory unless I play Ursula. And then even then, like, I have to wipe out the entire board somehow, and our deck's not going to do that. I will not bounce. I'm mostly just going to leave Arthur as kind of bait for Rafiki. But they should just quest for 6 here and be done with it. Oh, so gross. So gross. Opponent just got ahead of us. Well, we still got the Rafiki bait, but the fact that this quest for 2 is an issue. Doesn't matter if you heal, honestly. It's the questing that's the issue. We're gonna go out. I'm gonna go out against jank, baby. Let's see. Ursula can't defeat anything, so... Look at... My entire hand and board is all uninkables. Are you kidding me? If it can happen to me, it will happen to me. Another uninkable! I'm not saying that has anything to do with the way this game went. But if you have any doubt about me and my uninkables, just look at my current state. Everything I have is uninkable. All of it. It's all uninkable. So I couldn't even play my cauldron. Oh man. And for the post-game wrap, what would I change? I did have an uninkable problem, especially if you stuck around to the end of the last game. Uninkables was a thing. But yeah, it didn't really impact how the deck operated at that point. But just fun to note that I had 7 cards and all 7 of them were uninkables. Would I change anything? Yeah, there probably shouldn't be 4 Ursulas in the deck. 2, 3 tops. Like, I feel like 3 is the correct number, but it could honestly be 2. She's mostly in here because she's the biggest quester. Let's see. Instead of Ursula, you might also want to consider running Elsa, and then the little Elsa. Then again, little Elsa comes in at 3, so I'm not sure which one we would want to get rid of for that. Maybe a Merlin, a Arthur. That'll help out. So we're cutting down 4 uninkables, but then we're going to bring in at least 2 big Elsas, so it's 2 uninkables. And then, yeah. I think Elsa might be a fun way. Hey didn't actually do as much as I wanted him to, which is fine. He ended up being ink a lot of the time, which is expected. The deck surprisingly strong. We took down Steel Song, which is very unexpected. Yeah, absolutely wild. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. There are links in the description down below for the Patreon. If you want to be 2 videos ahead of everyone else, that is the place to be. $5 a month gets you early access to all of my videos. You'll be 2 videos ahead ahead of everyone else. There's also a link for the deck down there, and also the Discord if you're not a Discord member yet. Those are where you're going to find all that stuff in the description. That's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.